What's up, guys? My name is Wolf. Today we'll be reviewing the Soku Kaizen Pro, probably the best looking pad on the market for me right now. To start off, I do want to say Soku, moreover Red Groove, did send me this pad out as a gift, and he also knows that I am reviewing this pad, but that in no way, shape, or form influences my thoughts on this pad, nor will that stop me from being a critic when it comes to pros and cons of this pad. To get all the small facts out the way, this pad is an XL size, which comes in at 490 by 420 and is 3.5 millimeters thick. It is a control surface with low profile pitched edges, and it features their new Soku Pro PU Plus base. The pad did come well protected, but there is a small hole, like it was a punch hole on the box, which I don't know the reason for, but no water or anything got in the pad. As you can see, this was the box that it came in. It does have this little hole punch. The art, this amazing art was made by the Magnetic Cat. You guys can go check them out. They're an amazing artist. This art is amazing. Get into my thoughts about this pad. I want to cover some points. While this pad is like the standard size of a pad, it's exactly the same size as an artisan. Even though it is a standard size, for one, I think it's too short. Lengthwise, it's a fine pad. I have no problem going side to side, but for some reason, and I don't know if it's because the Shogun that I also have on my desk here has spoiled me, because the Shogun is my first quarter pad, and also another pad that I'll be comparing it to is the SV base. They are the same length, they're not the same height, and I feel like this height, if it just had just this small amount, just literally this small amount more, this pad would be perfect. I just feel like when I'm using it, I generally sit right here, and I just feel like if I need to go higher, I'm like stumped. Even though because of the low stitching, I can go past the pad basically to the same height as I would with the SV base. It's just something. I feel like the pad would look overall better if it was slightly longer too. This is a control pad. It's a smooth control pad. The surface is very smooth, but it's slow. I wouldn't say it's GSR slow. For the Shogun, this is more like a hybrid pad, hybrid control pad. But it has the speed that you need for it. I have no problems with this. I love this pad. Still my favorite pad. God, I still love this art, and I'm so happy I didn't miss out on this. If you guys missed out on it, sucks to be you. Shogun is fast in terms of control wise. I would look for pads more like the Shogun. SV base control, while it is slower than the Shogun, I actually feel like it's pretty quick, and give or take. It's not by all means the slowest I've used. It is slow, but I feel like because of the hard base, it is not the hard base, but the firm base, it is very quick, or quicker. But when it comes to this, when I'm moving my mouse, it feels like it is, I'll say Gen 3D put it the best. Gen 3D tech over at Twitter said that it feels like the pad is pulling against your mouse as you're moving across, even though it's smooth. And I honestly could not have put it better than that. Soku knows how to design a pad. Team over at Soku just know what we're looking for in terms of looks, colors in general. Soku as a brand itself is very amazing. Red Groove is very in tune with his community. Same thing with Hyper. Now I would say it's innovative, it's nice, but we did see basically kind of the same thing implemented with the new Infinity Minds V2s. I would say, I don't know if it's because of the logos. Soku's is stickier and is more, or feels more secure on your desk. General use of this pad, I did have this pad on my desk and was using it for several weeks upon me getting it. Was not expecting this pad to be as slow as it was though. While I've been doing nothing but aim training past couple of days, and I've been on my Embridge, my KX100, and that pad is amazing for things like Kovacs and aim labs and stuff like that, and general aim training. But I felt like I had to fight with this pad to hit PB or break even on my scores while aim training, and I think that's just due to the fact that I am not used to the speed of this pad. I do have to exude extra like power to get my mouse one side to the other. Compare this pad a little bit with some other pads that I have that I do right up there on the best control pad that I own. Probably others out there that I have not tried yet or that I do not have on hand to compare. But to compare it to the Freefall, I'd say I prefer the Kaizen more because of the fact that it was smooth. I did say on my Freefall review that I could not use it long periods of time because of how grainy it feels, and I have to play like a slight weird grip where I'm hovering. My arm is like hovering, and there's like a little contact of my wrist, palm, and arm to the pad, which I don't really have a problem with, but strains my arm in the long run. But with the Kaizen, it being smooth, I don't have that problem, and I could use it for long periods of time. These are my two favorite looking pads. The Shogun just feels more smoother, more the word I'm looking for is not glossy, but that's the word that comes into my head. And the Shogun is a faster pad. The Shogun also does not lack in the control area that you need. One thing that I do want to say and add that I feel like isn't really mentioned in reviews, because a lot of reviewers are sent out stuff. That's just how the game works. But I feel like customer service does play a big part of the whole pad and like experience buying a mouse pad or mouse. And I feel like Soku and even Infinity Mice have set a standard that needs to be upheld. When it comes to customer service, you could go into both Discords and they'll be very transparent with shipping, how long it's gonna take, whether it's a pre-order or not. They'll show you every step of the way. And there's a lot of companies now who aren't doing that and have left us in the dark when we were promised shipping time by a certain amount of time that was already extended as it is, and we find out 2 days after. I feel like that's not a very good look or way to set a relationship with your customers. Now, I'm not saying that shipping with manufacturers and like shipping in general and receiving huge bulk of orders, like problems do not arise, but at the same time, you should be on the ball and be very transparent to your customers that we don't have a set date, or it's to be determined, or it's expected later than we anticipated, way ahead of when you guys actually receive the orders. To wrap up this review, I do want to reiterate my points. Firstly, I love this pad. This pad is a really good pad for people who are looking for that control aspect, and I feel like this pad is a true control pad. There's no real like end of speed to it, in my opinion. I know my friend Wheezy says that the pad is not that slow to him and it's relatively quick, but I for one don't believe so. This pad is down to its core a control pad. Pad is very amazing. It looks amazing. The art's amazing. The stitching is amazing. And overall, a solid piece of work from a company like Soku, once again, who I feel like really hasn't given us a bad drop yet. I know some reviewers may disagree, but I personally have loved all of their products so far. I apologize if this video was a little bit all over the place and sporadic. I've probably refilmed it and done probably voiceovers in multiple parts where it has messed up or corrupted. But I feel like I've gotten a lot of my points still across. Hopefully in the future, I'll get better at naming everything quicker and have less cuts. But all in all, I love you guys. Thanks for all the support. Peace out.